Yo, what's good, everyday superpower? Place where we discuss body language, non-verbal communication, and everything in between. I wanna talk to you about something, yeah. We're talking game today, yeah. How much attention do you pay the person you are communicating with? In a relationship, on a date, at the workplace, in general communication. I listened to an audiobook one time, a couple years back now, and overall the premise just sort of not stuck with me, but there was one point in particular that really made sense and accentuated on something I don't think I'll ever forget. I forget the name of the author, but I would recommend you to listen to it if you're interested in, relationship dynamics intermingled with a spiritual essence. It's entitled The Way of the Superior Man. And in this literature there is reference of concentrated attention, and how half an hour of powerful concentrated attention as far as a relationship or budding relationship is concerned, it is far more important, beneficial to you, to them, to the relationship, to growth, than an entire day of divided attention as to where you are thinking of other things, whereas you've left certain things to make way for the space of engaging in this relationship, or at least this communication. And if that made sense to you, thank you. And if you need cluing up, we're going to talk about it. So God forbid this happens on a literal date when two individuals have decided to take the time to meet up in each other's company and share a fantastic moment. But obviously when it comes down to cohabitation and living together and so forth, this will happen a lot more frequently as two are living together for the most part. But think of how your relationship can progress and enhance given you weren't distracted by the mobile phone in your hand during discussion. Imagine if you engaged through eye contact, paying attention to each other's movement, reaction, the power your words have over each other, in reflection to the freezing and the dancing and the jiggling and the giggling of their non-verbal communication. Imagine the fire you can reinstate in a relationship once it's all died down, through taking the time to put aside a moment to really pay attention and care for somebody's communication. If you have jobs to do, you must go forth and do your jobs and prioritize that which will clear your mind and the clutter, to ensure you have no background running programs in the computer of your mind, as you can emphasize your entire processing power upon the individual that sits there in front of you. through mere small talk, if not general communication and conversation, there will be an element of real care and honesty, as opposed to the snappy remarks and underlying passive-aggressive undercurrent giving you want to, if not have to, be elsewhere instead. When they ask you a question, or let's say you come home and you see your partner, or even in a non-sexual relationship, you see your flatmate or you see your parent and they say, "How was your day?" Instead of brushing it off as small talk and saying, "Yeah, it was all right. You know, just the same old. I've just been working." And then rushing off to waste time elsewhere. How about you stand there and think for a moment, how was your day? You know what? My day's been all right for the most part. I've enjoyed the sun that's come out momentarily. I got a little bit wet during this and that, but you know what I mean? I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be working. Things are doing well. How about you? How was your day? Because we over here are more interested in other people than ourselves. We've existed our reality. We've already been through the experience, absorbed the knowledge, had the fun, had the downside. Why do we need to talk about it again to other people? It's not going to manifest the feeling. We can communicate with others and live a new experience through the stories and the tales. And as they speak and communicate, we can pay attention and observe and listen. And considering we are great at communication, when we pick up something might have been a little bit troublesome, they might have been a little bit down and out, and they might have had a little bit of a problematic day, even though they respond with, "You know what, it's not been too bad. Yeah, I'm happy." And you pick up that there is a non-congruent element, a jarring disconnect between their non-verbal communication, perhaps the tone of their voice and the words they speak verbally. You can say, "You know what, it seems like something might have gone on. Do you want to elaborate any further?" As to which they know the game's being given away because they know their reality and that it's not been a great day. And then they will open up and tell you because you are there to listen. And you have asked them, you have prompted them, and nobody's caught on to it all day. And nobody has asked them that question because everybody's been too bothered about talking about themselves. Now imagine if you just rushed off to do the next thing or looked at your mobile phone. Imagine that. You would become another person in the crowd, to your parents, to your friends, to your partner. You would have just blended in with every single other person. But now you have become a great child. Now you have become a great friend. Now you have become a fantastic partner because you've been aware. And you have observed correctly, you have paid the correct attention. I've done a video which states attention is the most valuable currency because it's transactional. What you give and offer and invest, not only will you grow through your understanding and pattern recognition from person to person to person and only get better and only communicate better and only get better responses and results, you will receive that care and that afterthought from the other individuals you engage with who think, "You know what, he's a good person. And I feel better now I've taken that weight off of my shoulders and communicated with them." You see? I'll go to McDonald's drive-thru, and whilst I'm waiting for them to fix their bloody card machine as I'm waiting to pay, I'll make a comment. "How's everything been today?" It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. "Are you sure? You seem a little bit tired." And now you go from customer to a release. From one assessment, one vital observational perspective, you have become a very, very important current and concentrated human in that person's entire existence. Do you understand? For that one moment, nobody else matters. You have gone from someone making a payment for some food at a job they give no flying F's about. They don't give an F about you. Now you've become the most important person within this very universe because you have caught on to something ever so slight, and now they feel understood. And now they have attention and a space to at the very least half this issue and have an understanding ear. People pay for therapy. People pay for this. People pay a lot of money for this. And you have made it your character. You have made it natural. You have made it your person. To create such incredible bonds with people on a natural basis. You have worked on this, observed this, internalized this to a point where you know when you can help, you know when it's not worth helping, and so on and so forth. And as I started this video, I spoke on other things going on, and I spoke on concentration and so on and so forth. You might have other stuff going on. It might not be in your best interest. Your head might be elsewhere. But let's say, for example, you've ticked all your boxes and you are free from psychological clutter for at least a brief moment. You can attack your next relationship with incredible understanding and insight. You can get into the skin of that other person in a very non-selfish manner. It's selfless. You leave the self-centered, egocentric narcissism and enter the empathetic side of your character because you care, and you know your caring benefits the both of you to the point where you bring yourself and themselves up. And then you go to the next person and the next person and the next person. And you become a superhero in doing so. If I could sum up every video I've done on this channel, every word that's come out of my mouth, every bit of content, and what I have discovered to be the emphasis, the core, the soul of this entire game, it is leave yourself and enter them. I'm recording this video live. You will see people walking in the car park before me, getting in and out of cars, going into shops and so on and so forth. Take a time to look at someone and think, where are they going? They have chosen to wear that outfit today. What do I like about that outfit? Who do I think they are? Where do I think they've come from? What's their story? What are their habits? What are their mannerisms? Who are they going home to? What is their experience as a human being? Because they have lived up until this point, up until the point they are standing there before me. And that's a beautiful thing. We are all but little people, little animals cohabitating and existing together. And to be able to give the gift of positivity is not a detriment to anybody. And on that final note, I'm signing out, people. One love.